My my privacy has been violated, as well as my rights, and I have decided to go back to gangbanging and stepping up the heat on my enemies. I will no longer be the spiritual leader, but the military leader. I have come to the conclusion there's only one way to deal with the devil. There's only one way to deal with my enemies. I tried tiptoeing through the tulips with these fucking scum, but even when your own family betrays you, and your own family claims you have a mental disorder at some points in life just to cover up their mistakes, put yourself in my shoes. I'm the smartest person around here. I've proven that over and over again. Okay, most of the people here, the schools they got into, it was because I got into them first. Take Webb for example. I got into it, Uche got rejected, Obi got into it because I got into it. So, who has the most academic achievement? Who has the most military achievement? Me. Not anybody else. No one else even fucking comes close. Now, I've put up with bootlickers who have denied the fact that I'm the smartest here, who have ignored my advice on several occasions, who have violated my privacy on many occasions. So, obviously I'm very calm as I say this, because the bootlickers would chop up everything that fucking would make them look bad that I do to a mental disorder to save them face. The last thing I'm concerned with is saving my parents' face when people are dying because of bootlickers like them who deny what is really going on because it creates favorable circumstances for them to pretend they don't know what's going on and to pretend, oh, we love you. But ever since I was a little kid, they would talk about liability. They would say, your friends can't come over here because it's a liability. They can't ride their bike here because it's a liability. They can't ride their horse here because it's a liability. They always talked about liability. They beat it into our heads. And me, there was an extra, we'll say, an extra lecture for me, because it would say, okay, you have the same name as me, you're going to make me look bad. So, it was the liability, it was the extra lecture, you're going to make me look bad, it was the control freak ego. These are the three main reasons that they betrayed me every single time they betrayed me. So, when you understand that people don't do things for the reason they would have you believe. You know, countless people in the news kill their own kids. Countless people in the news cheat on their wife. Countless people in the news kill their own kids, rape their own kids, molest their own kids, abuse their own kids. Nothing that I am saying is going to come as a surprise. Need I remind you that a judge used to abuse his own daughter, used to tie her up? Remember that when that came out in the news, a judge, he had a video of him beating his daughter with a belt. Another judge had a video of him tying up his daughter. Now, remember the ladies who threw their children off the third story of the parking lot. Think of all the countless rich parents. Think of all the countless rich, out-of-touch parents. See, my mom was somebody who was way out of touch. She rarely even knew who I was. When I come in the room, most of the time, she would mistake me for someone else. Sometimes she picked up a different person off the street. So, somebody who doesn't even know her own fucking son is going to claim she can see a mental disorder. She couldn't tell you my favorite food. She couldn't tell you my favorite color. She couldn't tell you what TV shows I watch the most. She couldn't tell you fucking shit about me, but she can tell you that I have a fucking mental disorder? Oh, excuse fucking me. That's like me trying to tell you the history of Australia, and I can't tell you one Australian president. Would you listen to me? You know what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous, right? It's out of the question. It's like, if you don't know something so basic, how could you know something complex? If you can't even recognize your own fucking son, how could you recognize what's wrong with him? You know, it was one, and then my dad's out at work, while my mom is here telling him what's going on. Someone who's completely fucking out of touch, reporting to him what's going on, and him taking it as if it's God's fucking own gospel. As if it's God's fucking gospel. You know what I'm saying? He's taking it as God's fucking truth. That is what I had to put up with 30 fucking years. People who would search my room at any whim and never find anything of significance after years and years of searching. And they still do it to this day. So you tell me who is right when it comes out in the news that marijuana causes no long-term lung damage. Who was right when it comes out in the news that the things that they're trying to force down my throat were 100 times plus more likely to cause me cancer than the marijuana? Who was right? The people who were pushing the pharmaceutical companies because it was in their best interest, or the guy whose science, medicine, and the California fucking Medical Association vindicated through one study after another? So you tell me, who has the best judgment around here? The people who fucked off millions? Who let in scum? Who sent me to a Nazi fucking camp? Who left their